Are we live? We are live.
Are we here? We really
What's
here?
up, everybody?
Did somebody
Happy
say Saturday?
February. Happy February, y'all. I know y'all ain't seen us for a minute, but guess what? We back, baby.
We back.
We back.
We here.
We are back with the Kings Cort podcast, okay? And today, y'all, today's a special day because today I have the pleasure of having my best friend, Melanie, on the episode with us. Y'all give it up for Mel. Give it up for Mel.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
I want everybody to notice how excited Courtney is. Like,
right.
There's not the same level of excitement when she's just talking to us.
Right.
It's want everybody to take
She seems more mellow,
exactly.
When it's just us. But this is a very special day. So when Mel's not here, it's not special.
I guess it's my presence, y'all. It's my presence.
I guess.
But no, see, this is what y'all don't understand. I'm stuck with I'm not gonna say the word. I caught myself. I'm stuck with a bunch of young YNs, and I'm the only girl. So today,
is crazy.
Not only do I have another woman but it's my best friend. So of course I'm a little hype. But I'm so glad to have her here. Good to be back with my brothers. Y'all, if y'all are watching, like chime in, tell us where you are watching from. But I'm gonna shut up, let everybody else, give their little introductions, and then we're gonna hop right on into this topic because baby, this gonna be a good one right here. This gonna be a good one.
No, it's Ant. Excited to be back, man. It's been too long. I think we're all excited to kind of get things kicked off this year. Really excited to have Courtney's friend Melanie joining us as well. Also, shout out to brother Nathan. Wasn't available for this episode today, but we miss him dearly, and and love him. So just want him to know we're supporting him through everything. So yeah, Don, what you got?
Oh man, everybody know me, Don the Kingpin, whatever. Good to be back with the crew once again. Like Ant was saying, prayers out to Nate's prayers out to Nate, his family.
Yep.
We got you in our prayers, bro. We know you watching right now. Shout out to you, man. We love you, bro. Good to have Melanie here to stand in the gap. Appreciate you. Your family, if you're family to Courtney, you're family to us. So welcome to the family. So we good. We ready to get into this thing. We're ready to get into this because we know everybody has had hopefully a very great Valentine's Day, and now we about to come in and wreck this thing up. So let's get
this is a good transitional moment. This is a good
let's get into it. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's watching. Thank you. We appreciate y'all. Good to be back.
Before we hop on, Mel, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. So I'm Melanie. I am Courtney's best friend. A lot of people don't know me, so I'm not really that popular, but I'm here, and I am so grateful for the Kings Cort to have me on their podcast. So I'm excited. To talk my mess, and I cuss a little, so.
Oh.
And that's
you cuss. Oh wow.
I probably I won't. But Courtney said, hey.
Well, listen. After having worked with Courtney for a certain amount of time, we've kind of realized we got to keep Courtney on a leash a little bit. So it only makes sense that her friend would, exhibit some of the same, y'all have some of the same traits and behaviors. But yeah, this, try to keep it within, this is a family friendly show.
It's a good thing I prayed this morning. Oh Lord.
Let me tell y'all something. And y'all can cut the crap, okay? Let me tell you something, Mel.
Wow, are they folks friend?
He's talking about family friendly. Baby, this show ain't been family friendly in about 3 months, okay? Because we be talking about some stuff on here. Now, some of the episodes Maybe. But I be saying some stuff on here.
Yeah, Courtney, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we gotta,
What's up, Nate?
Yeah, what up, Nate?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good show. What's up? That's my brother Tenny, y'all. We love you, Tenny. Listen, let me tell y'all what we're talking about today. I need y'all to tag somebody. I need all the YNs in the room, and I need all the ladies in the room too. I need y'all tag some people. Tag everybody. You know, we got a big topic.
A lot of YNs, friend.
It don't matter. Tag some men. Tag some people. Is it Sunday?
No,
it's Saturday. It's Saturday, baby.
You already thinking about tomorrow.
But thank you. He had the right idea.
Yeah,
it's Saturday. But check it out. I need y'all to tag your homeboys, tag your homegirls, get people in the room because today we are talking about the great 50-50 debate.
Oh, everybody's favorite topic.
Yeah.
We're gonna unpack this thing, y'all. We're talking about 50-50. Should a man be required to do 100%? Or should everything be split 50-50? We're talking about it. I'm talking about it all. I want to know from dating. I want to know from a dating standpoint, from an engaged standpoint, from a marriage standpoint. Let's talk about it. 50-50. Is it 100% the man? Is it 100% the woman? Or is it an even split? Who's going first?
Let's let the newbie, Let's
get the rookie.
Yeah, I want to hear what she got to say.
Oh, a little hazing. I love it. All right.
Let's put the rookie in the game. Let's see what she can do.
What is 50-50 to a real one like me? Let me just say that.
Let us just start there.
But I will say, in a perfect world, yes, I would want my partner to, take it all. But in the world that I'm living in and the situations that I've been in, it's been 50-50. And honestly, I really don't have an issue with that. And I understand that life be happening. And I don't ever want to put somebody in a situation to where they feel like they have to do it. It's like, it's an expectation. Now, and if you are fine with it, cool. But if you have to split a check, split a bill, split the rent, I'm okay with that. Because I work just like you. But this is where we get real. I've never been in a situation to where it's been 50-50. It's been 80-20. And I've been to 80.
Oh, okay.
So
you've been to 80. Now, in the situation that's happening, did you know going into it that you were going to be doing like most of the heavy lifting, or was that something that you kind of discovered after the fact?
Yeah, they don't ever paint the picture of that. I mean, like the picture's never painted like, oh, I ain't really got it like that, boo.
I only got
20%. In fact, but no. So,
oh boy,
in the beginning, and they paint the picture like, I got it. It's okay. Dates on me, like outings on me, yada yada yada. So I'm sitting back like a pretty princess. But as they got comfortable, that's when it started to show like, dang, you ain't really got it like that. So I'm taking on, majority of literally everything. And it got to a point to where I got comfortable with it because I have been raised to be this independent woman. Like, just make sure I do everything on my own, never want a man for anything, which I don't agree with because sometimes I do need a man. So honestly, when I go into a situation and they show me who they are later on, I just take on that leadership role because that's what I'm used to anyway.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess this kind of goes into another question. If y'all think that somebody,
we're gonna come back to that. Come in a few.
Yeah, we'll for sure. But do y'all think because there, depending upon how you think about things, people think like, okay, hey, you can meet the love of your life unexpectedly at any point. It doesn't necessarily matter. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It just kind of happens. do you think you should be in a certain position before you make yourself available to someone from a dating perspective, or is it like, hey, like take me as I am, and then I can grow into, you know, whatever I need to be in order to be the best version of myself for this relationship?
How interesting is that, Mel? How interesting
Oh,
is
is
that?
that yourself for the newbie?
No, I'm
No,
just saying. I'm talking
I
in
think
general. I'm just talking in general.
the question is interesting because Melanie and I, we literally just talked
Mhm.
about, we have a situation
Mm-hmm.
that we're navigating through with similar, where it's like, do you accept a person and give them the space to become, or do you just respectfully decline and say, I'm not doing that? Me personally, I would say that it's up to the individual.
Yeah.
I think we have all talked about this at one time before, where I think it depends on where you are as a person,
Yeah.
right? For
Yeah.
example, I'm finna be 40. I know, I know I look good, but I'm finna be 40. I'm finna be 40.
Okay.
She plug
So
herself.
I don't feel like I don't feel like I have the same time
Sure.
to
Yeah.
wait as a 25-year-old would, who's still developing themselves and who still, you know, they're at a building stage, right? My house is built already. I feel like my house is built and I'm at the decorating phase at 40 years old. Okay.
Mhm.
So that means that, you know, for someone who I'm going to entertain, your house has to, thank you, baby.
AD, we're not
Thank
here
you,
for
baby.
that. We're not here
Thank
for that. We're not here for that.
Thank you.
That show's in 2 months.
And then she's gonna be mad when she start getting the grand risings in her
No. Anyway, what I was saying is I feel like I'm in the interior design decorating phase of my life. So it's like I'm not 25 anymore. I'm not building the foundation. The foundation is built.
Sure.
So, you know, for me personally, I just feel like anybody who I'm dealing with, you know, has to already be established in some shape, form, or fashion. And then let's take what we built and now let's decorate it, right? Let's enhance it. So that's me personally.
And to add to that, I think is also what stage of your life you're in, but also what you've experienced. Because if you had that experience before, where it's like, hey, I'm gonna, you know, allow you to come into my life as you are, kind of give you this room to grow into this person that you're aspiring to be, and then it doesn't work out, or they end up screwing you up, like Mel just said, like, hey, I let you come into my life, and then I'm 80%. I'm doing the heavy lifting in this relationship.
I'm the man in the relationship.
Yeah. And so Mel, hearing that, she might not be more likely to allow that to happen again. She's probably going to want somebody who is more established, kind of, you know, has a car, has a place to live, like has their own, basically. I mean, listen, I've heard plenty of stories about women getting dropped off at work, and and their boyfriend or their man driving around in their car all day while they at work. So it happens.
Oh, the Jody complex.
Here's the thing. I'm not 40 yet. You know, I got 5 more years until 40, but I will say that
same here.
I have 2 kids that I take care of daily on an everyday basis. I love them deep. I can't take care of a grown man anymore.
Sure. Yeah.
And for me, if I'm willing to make those steps of bettering myself as a woman, as a mother, as a friend, as a daughter, all of that, and you come to me with crumbs now, I can't take you for that because I'm not giving you that. That's how I look at it. So I can't do 80-20 anymore. Hell, I can't even do 50-50. Can you please take 100? Because I'm exhausted.
Please, for a little while.
I'm exhausted from being the man. And I don't even got that part.
And then can I add this? I want to tell y'all guys this, and I'm not saying that y'all are guilty of this, but I just want to put it out there for men to understand. When you come across women like myself, or even like my best friend, who have carried the burden of 100% for years, and it's all we know, it takes a special man to come in and to soften us. It's not a light switch. It doesn't happen overnight. But what softens us is consistency. What softens us is being comfortable in knowing that we can trust a person, a partner.
Right. Yeah.
That's going to lift that burden off of us, because we've had to do it for so long that it's almost like, you know, it's second nature. Like it's just built in us. But I want to kind of go back to the whole topic, because I never answered what my stance is on the 50-50.
Talk to him nice, friend. Talk to him nice.
Be honest. Don't lie. Don't lie.
I'm finding it.
You better not lie, because I'm gonna call you out.
Yeah,
I'm finding it.
don't lie. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you want, not what we want to hear. Tell us what you want.
I'm finding it. So my take on 50-50 is, yes, I would love to be in a position where a man does 100%, because I've done it for so long and I'm tired. I don't want to do it anymore. However, I live in Atlanta, Georgia right now. And Atlanta,
That's crazy.
Atlanta is a place that's nearly impossible to survive on. Now, I'm surviving, you know, I'm doing it, but I think that it's better when you have a partner. And a lot of times I always tell people, I'm not looking for, you know, I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for a business partner. I'm looking for a life partner. And with partnership, you do put in, you know, it's not just one person carrying everything. I think 50-50 is more to do than just finances.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I think that it is so much more to life. Finances is a big part of it, but I think that we focus in on that so much that we neglect other areas that people should be contributing to the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm taking care of my man, then the money part is easy. He gonna go get it and bring it home. But a man, in my opinion, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like a man kind of has to be motivated. I feel like a man has to feel insecure in certain areas with his woman. And if he has that at home, he's going to go get it. He's going to go get it. It's no question.
Absolutely. Yeah,
but if he's missing that at home and there's really then he's not as motivated to go out there and do what he got to do to take care of home. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just letting y'all, you know, the folks that's still out there in the market, you know, go out there.
But we're gonna get to you though, because I want to know what 50 or what it looks like in marriage as well. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get to you.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling out the spotlight for a little bit. I'm letting y'all shine for a little bit. You know, I pick my moment to add in. No problem.
And what you think?
Like, I'm in a relationship right now, but in the past,
my bad. I didn't know you was in my bad. I didn't know. I didn't know.
He said set the record straight.
But
right.
In the past, what I'm used to now is kind of, I think the normal experience, I think for most men is like doing the majority of the heavy lifting from a financial perspective. Because I mean, naturally, men are normally, you know, making more than women. That's just kind of how it goes normally.
You think so?
I think on average, it kind of depends on like what type of work they're doing. But I think studies like kind of normally show that men.
Give me a citation, because I disagree.
Okay.
Give me a receipt.
I do too, but
I didn't come here expecting to debate a lawyer today.
I got your back, bro. I got your back.
It also
jump my brother.
What type? Like, but I think like for like, if we're in the same role, I think men normally traditionally make more than women do. And that's not
what year are you living in? 1976?
2020, was it 26 now? Yeah.
So you don't even know.
Let's see. So
you don't even know.
I definitely like what
maybe I'm wrong. I'd be happy to be wrong. I'd be happy to be wrong about that. But I at least remember that being a big topic of conversation at one point, the disparity in the wage gap kind of based on gender.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Continue.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have
wasting time basically.
You should have started through that. I'm disappointing you. You should have.
But I'm used to doing the majority of the heavy lifting, and like Courtney said earlier, kind of going back to that, it's not just about like financially, because I go into when I'm in a relationship expecting to kind of do the heavy lifting that way, but it's like, what are we doing to balance that out? So like, I'm taking care of the majority of the bills. How are you helping me like kind of balance my life out? Whether that's
you pay the rent
yeah. but
dang.
What are you doing to, because like
the man pockets like that, man? Come on.
The motivation is to go out and make sure that the bills are taken care of, home is taken care of, all that, but it's like, is the home being taken care of in other ways? Like as far as like making sure,
you want that food on the table when you come home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I'm used to, and I'm
like, what's wrong with that? Is that
too? I don't think there's an issue.
Nothing's wrong with that.
Like if I'm paying the majority of the bills, then I think it's like, what else are you doing to be an asset to my life? Because I see how I'm being an asset in yours by making sure that you don't really have any financial responsibilities that you have to take care of.
Because we ain't finna 100 in DoorDash. Like we're not doing that. Like no Uber Eats over there. No.
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
A woman can be cooking for you, making sure that food is high on the table, making sure that your clothes are washed and folded on the same day, not just throwing the clothes on the chair.
No Alfredo.
Ensuring that house is spotless.
Yeah.
Ensuring, if you don't have kids, but you got a dog, making sure that dog is clean and that dog is groomed and all of that. Making sure that she's keeping herself up.
Mm-hmm.
There are many men out here who would still pay all the bills, but that's it. And so that man is getting a lot in the home, but they feel like the only thing in that they have to do is pay the bills, and I don't gotta do nothing else. But they are, not seeing that woman needs that,
the charcuterie board. The charcuterie board.
Yeah, cheese and meat ain't cooking.
But that man is missing that woman needs.
That ain't cooking. They ain't cooking. No.
And a day can be inside the house, and that woman needs time, and that woman needs affection, and just a lot of things. But from what I've seen, there are so many men who sit back and say, "Well, I'm paying the bill, so I don't gotta do nothing else."
No, absolutely, and I think especially like when they're stay-at-home moms. So it's like you got, the man of the home is going out, working, making sure everything else is taken care of. Meanwhile, she has to make sure the house stays clean. She's got to cook. She's got to take care of the kids, all this other stuff. And I think there's a balance, obviously. And I think men need to do a better job of finding that balance because, like you said, just because you're paying all the bills, that doesn't give you a license to like come back to the house and basically kick your feet up and not do anything. You still you can still, wash dishes. You can help your significant other for sure in other ways. And I don't know, like I feel like it's a larger conversation because I feel like you were saying, you have 2 children that you take care of, and it's like you feel like
congratulations.
I'm trying to be serious, and they over here.
I'm following you, Ed. I'm following you.
But yeah, so you got responsibilities that you've been taking care of for a while, and so you don't know what it's like to be on the other side of that. And I feel like to a certain degree, we've kind of lost like gender roles and what kind of goes like with that, because like you said, you're I don't know if you're in a relationship, but you're taking care of children, and it's like you're basically playing both roles like right now. And so that has kind of hardened your exterior and how you look at relationships, how you look at men. And then men and their expectations of what women are supposed to do, like a man coming into your life expecting you to cook and clean, or, on top of everything else that you have to balance, that's not realistic. So, and I'm not really sure how to find that balance exactly, but as they say, the dating pool has piss in it. So here we are.
This sucks.
So it depends on his pockets. If he can afford 100%, then he should, with the way things going up. But the pay 50-50 shouldn't be a problem. What y'all think about that? Like, I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with that comment. I think that, like I said, it depends on the person. It depends on the situation. Mm-hmm. If you have it to give and you won't, then you think you the prize. And that's a problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that a problem?
Right. Why is that a problem?
I'm glad you asked. I'm so glad you asked. I just had this conversation.
So hold on, wait. This is where
Don about to step in.
This is where okay. So if you're saying that you're expecting a man to pay 50-50, if I heard you correctly, that's what you want, right?
I think she want more than 50-50, but
no, I said if
no, 100. I mean 100%. So
if you have it,
if you have it, okay,
and you're not willing to do that, then you think you the prize.
I boo.
That's a tough one.
Because even though he's doing 50-50, he's still providing, because you're not doing it by yourself. And in that, I feel like that's a prize, because he's lessening the load. So instead of you doing 100% or him doing 100%, even though he can't do 100% at that time, he's still able to meet you in the middle. Like,
I'm only speaking in this aspect. I'm only speaking
like it don't count as 1 point. It counts as half a point. I mean,
yeah, I'm only speaking to be clear. Right now, I'm talking financially. Right now, if you are able to do 100% and it not put you in a compromising position, and you do not give that 100%, you think you are the prize. I'm not moving on that.
And now that you gave context, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I'm not moving on that. If for me to accept less than what a man is capable of doing, then that's me settling. And again, I'm finna be.
That's my mom. That's my mom, y'all.
We love you. Yeah, I'm gonna be 40. So again, I want to be clear and I want to be fair, because there could be young women that come and listen to this who they're not in the same position as I am mentally, physically, like, they're just in a different spot. So I want to say it's okay for women, but I think it's important for women and men, not just us, but I'm speaking from a woman's perspective. I think it's important for us to evaluate where we are and what we are willing to accept, what we can do and what we cannot do. You have to establish your non-negotiables.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so for me, as a about to be 40-year-old woman, one of my non-negotiables are, if you can do it and you won't do it, I don't want that.
Totally agree.
If you can't do it, watch me. If you can't do it, right, then at that point, I get to accept, or I get to decide whether that's something that I can accept and we can work together as partners, or whether I say, well, I respectfully say that that's just not suitable for me. You see what I'm saying?
So I 100% agree with that. And like you said, that needs to be stated in the beginning.
I agree.
But
that's the problem, Don. People not communicating. People don't communicate. And I'm just the type of person, I feel like, especially now in this season of my life, you gotta put stuff on the table up front. But like Mel said earlier, y'all men, for whatever reason, I don't know if y'all be wanting to impress, and y'all, maybe you don't feel safe. Maybe it's a security, maybe it's an insecurity thing, like you don't feel safe enough to be honest up front to say, hey, this is where I am. Maybe it makes you feel less of a man. I don't know. And now that we're talking about it, I think this is a good place for y'all to say, what are your reservations with being communicating up front? Do you feel like you'll be teased, or or put down as a man, emasculated? And if that's the answer, which I'm gonna let y'all talk about it, then that means we as women, we got to work on our responses, and we got to work on our approaches, because we shouldn't do that to y'all, especially if you're being honest with where you are.
I think that a part of it has to do with the way the culture has pressured us as men to believe that we have to cover 100%. Like, it's either 100% or you're not a man. If you're
Yeah.
doing less than 100%, you're not a man. And I think that in that case, that leads to the insecurities, that leads to the lack of communication on our side, because we think that as men, if we're not, we have to show you or flaunt um to the women that, hey, I can cover 100%, knowing good and well I only got but $5 in my bank account.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not finna sit here and lie or put up a face and say, oh, I can do 100%, and then knowing good and well I can't do 100%. And that's why I agree with you at what you said, Courtney, a couple of minutes ago, when you said that if a man is capable of doing 100% and he's not doing 100%, then okay, like, there needs to be a conversation, because you're showing me one thing, but you're telling me something else. And so I just think that from a society standpoint, that okay, as from a man standpoint, rather, it has been pushed on us to either do 100% or you're not a man. And I think that that's where some women, not all, because I'm not trying to loop y'all into one batch. Some women have to realign their mindset to hear us out, to say, okay, he may be not in a position right now to do 100%, but I see the potential of him do 100%. So I'm gonna give him some patience. I'm giving him some time to get to that area. Now, I understand that some women, and I see the smirk on your face, that you want to see the 100% immediately. I see that. I want you to come to the table with the 100% right now. I get all that. Some women want that. Other women like, okay, we're gonna give you a little bit of time. But as men, we have to understand, okay, not don't take too much time. I need to see
There's only
something.
one word that I didn't, and that's where the smirk came from. I hear you, brother. I agree. I really do. The only thing that I wanted, the only word that I had a problem with in what you said is potential. Because a lot of times we fall in, we give that room for
Love the
potential,
potential.
and then but
Mm-hmm.
potential never grows. It,
Yep.
it
That's
stays
true.
at potential. And
Mhm.
so that's where we as women have to be careful. I want to hear what Mel got to say about that, but I just feel like, potential is iffy. It's tricky, because you give a man room for potential, and next thing you know, never mind. Go ahead, friend.
Not Pookie.
I'll be right. I'll be right back on that one.
Okay.
Go ahead, friend.
Here's the thing. I have always been the type of person, I like to put myself in other people's shoes, right? So for me, it's like I know how it feels to be down. I know how it feels to struggle. I know how it feels to not have nothing in my bank account. Like I know how that feels. So if I was to meet a man and he was honest from the jump, like, hey, like, I don't got it like that, but I'ma still do what I can or whatever, I will respect that more, honestly. Um, versus being all flashy and stuff, like, trying to act like you making money and you're really out there making crumbs. And I say that so nicely. Um, so yeah, if I was to meet a guy and he wasn't able to do everything that I wanted him to do, I'm sorry, but I see that he's working for it, I don't have an issue with that. Because then that puts me in the space to where, okay, I see you, and so I'm gonna push you more, and I'm gonna help you more. So that's
Mhm.
that's just me. Um, as I stated earlier, in the perfect world, yes, I would love to have a gentleman who would just take care of everything. But in reality, that's just not how it is.
Yeah. No, I think that it's a couple of things as far as men not wanting to be more honest about what position they're in, especially like financially. And I think no man wants that feeling of being turned down by a woman or a woman not finding him mutually attractive because of like money or whatever it might be. Like nobody wants to feel that way. And so it's like, of course, I'm gonna try to put my best foot forward. I'm gonna paint a picture of what I want you to see in hopes that, maybe you'll fall in love with me or whatever, or we're in too deep at that point. And then, I kind of remove the mask and you see like what's really happening. And so I think it's an embarrassment kind of thing, an ego thing. But then I also think there are some men who are afraid of being taken advantage of. Because, like, the city girls aren't as popular as they once were. But it's like at one point in time, it's like
you already know.
If he ain't spending, then don't give him no time, basically. And so it's like it's trying to find that balance, especially like Kevin Samuels with the whole high value man conversation, and it's like how much you should actually be extending yourself to these women. And I'm not gonna get into all of that, but
now talk about it.
No, because you done stirred me up. You just triggered me. You just
does that name trigger you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Honestly,
why? Hold on, no. Why is that?
We don't have enough time. But I would say that for me, I've
there
always
needs to be an
been
episode
like
to be honest.
type of woman. And honestly, I don't mind shooting with my partner in the gym. We are going to shoot together, but we're not going to miss so many hoops.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it. Like I'm gonna be there. I'm on your team, and we're going to work, towards greatness. That's how I look at it.
I don't know. I think people need to do a much better job. I mean, the love stories where people kind of come together when they're not really at their best, and then they both rise together into this like beautiful like relationship that everybody else wants.
We call that Disneyfication. That's Disneyfication.
Yeah, like that's not realistic. Like, unfortunately, it can happen, but it takes so much work to get there, and people don't want to put that work in. And so it's like I feel like when you're coming into a situation, if that person doesn't, everybody has their checklist and what they, prioritize as far as being important and all that. But if that person doesn't check the majority of the boxes that, you need them to check, then just don't look at it like seriously, or don't even waste that person's time. Because that's ultimately what it turns into. Is just a waste.
Don't waste your own time.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't waste anybody's time. Yours or
don't waste your own time. And I had that conversation too. It all goes back to communication.
Yeah.
I think
not everybody's looking for the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be serious. You got to treat relationships seriously.
We got a bunch of unserious people running around here, and I need people to be able to identify who those individuals are, because if not, then you end up wasting a bunch of your time and energy, money, and they can just have like it can take you off the path that you're supposed to be on. Like,
and I blame social media. Like we had a show about this earlier last year. Sometime last year, I blame social media because social media has painted this picture of, the man buying a woman all these cars and houses and taking her shopping and all this stuff. But you don't realize what they had to do what he had to do on the back end. You don't realize all the nights they had to eat ramen noodles. They had to sacrifice. They had to cut back. You know what I'm saying? And so some people just looking at the finished product, but they don't look at the whole journey. They just focus on the destination and the outcome, and not knowing how much work it really takes to get to that certain outcome. So I just think that social media has painted a mirage of, okay, if a man ain't doing 100%, he's not a man. And to me,
I disagree with that. I don't agree that if a man's
that.
not doing 100%, he's not a man. But what I also feel like is that, and that's what I was speaking to earlier. There are instances where a man can, but he won't.
Mm-hmm.
But what if that man? Hold on, real quick. Sorry. What if like not jobs kind of have like probationary periods, and I'm not saying it's exactly the same thing. But what if like I'm really feeling you, like I want I'm looking at you seriously, but before I really am willing to kind of extend myself like that, I just want to make sure that we're completely like on the same page, that what your words are matching your actions.
I'm so glad you asked that question. That's a phenomenal question, Ant. And I got a phenomenal answer for you.
Okay, what is it?
We're waiting.
I respect that. And I agree with you. But if you have to take time and really get to know a person, I think that there are certain components of a relationship that don't need to be, there are certain lines that don't need to be crossed.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
So figure it out. Take all the time you need, baby. 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 if you will.
Okay.
But if I'm always at your house or you're always at my house, we sleeping together at night, we have an intimate relationship, all those things, all the relationship things with no relationship.
Yeah. I agree with you.
So basically just Netflix and chilling for 180 days.
480 days. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no.
And that's what a lot of people.
That's my point. You can, you have it to do, but you would rather but again, that's a woman problem, because at some point we have to say, I'm not doing that.
Exactly. Because honestly, if the intimate relationship is kind of like that barrier of like seriousness versus unseriousness for a lot of men. And so it's like, once we cross that boundary, for some men, there's really nothing else to gain. It's like, if I got like the intimate relationship out of you, then
I respect that.
If I can call you, like if I can call you when I want to call you, and I can come over to your house late at night, whatever it might be, if I'm getting that might be all I want.
Yeah, if I got a key to your pad, like, yeah, I'm always
exactly. So at that point, I'm not gonna take you on dates. If I'm already getting that, why would I take you on a date if I'm already getting that?
And there you have it, ladies. It came out of a man's mouth.
Don't give it up. Don't give it up.
It came out of the man's mouth. He just told you, if I'm getting it, I ain't taking you nowhere. What I'm gonna do that for? And I could just show up.
Full transparency, that's not how Anthony operates. But I'm just saying, there are a lot of people out there who do operate that way. And situationships, like he just said, that's a very real and common thing. And before you know it, you'll have been in a situationship for 5 years.
Yeah, KD, he done gave the whole playbook. Like God,
he is putting us on game. I respect you.
I ain't got no playbook. I'm out the game. So I mean, let me correct what I said. Like, oh boy, and we got.
I'm just being honest, and that's why women have to.
We got to talk offline, brother. We're gonna have to talk offline.
I'm just being honest, and women have to. Y'all got to be smart enough and understand, like. And obviously, that's a mutual beneficial thing. But if once that gets put into the equation, everything else, it changes. Everything changes after that.
So let me just, and to be clear, I hear you saying, because my thing was, if you want to, which I respect, before you completely give 100% or go there,
dropped 2 bricks. I'm gonna come back to that.
You just want to make sure that this woman is really, what you want, and that, and so you're just trying to wait to be sure. That's what I heard you say.
Yeah.
My rebuttal to that was, that is fine. However, there are certain things, if that's the stance that we are going to take, then there are certain parts, it should be more of a casual dating type of thing, as opposed to more relationship type things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I respect and receive what you're saying. And it sounds like you respect and receive what I said.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
We just got to be more mindful on both parts of clearly establishing what it is. Death to situationships in 2026. Death to those.
Yeah.
Now, if you young and dumb,
unless y'all on the same page about it.
yeah, if you young and dumb and that's what you want to do, great.
Exactly, yeah, 100%.
But death to situationships for people who are 30 and over. I feel like at 30 years, 30 years old.
Yeah, 30 and over, you should already be serious about relationships. Like all this Netflix and that it's time for us to, if this is it, we meant to be together, let's go ahead and start building that. If not, then we don't need to take this on any further. Like, don't play with me.
That's a good question, Nate. So Nate said, y'all, for the ladies, when you're saying if you take a chance on a guy with potential, is there a time limit on showing that, or how do you determine that? I'm gonna let my friend answer that first.
Oh, I thought you already did.
How much time you willing to give somebody?
Let's hear this.
Six months.
In the space that I'm in.
Ooh, Jesus. Be honest.
Because I want to say a day. I want to say a day. I genuinely want to say a day.
I mean, at least you're honest.
Hey,
exactly. but I have, oh God. But I have
so gentlemen.
I'm gonna give a month. I give a month. I give 30 days.
No. Is it a day or a month? Because I heard two. Be honest. Be honest.
Okay.
You want 4K?
I'll say a day.
A day.
So, gentlemen.
It sounds crazy, right? A day.
So, gentlemen, I want y'all to hear what she just said.
24 hours.
24 hours. 100%.
Y'all better come correct.
Yeah.
And I respect that. I mean,
I respect that too. I respect that.
And the reason why I say a day is because if I'm going into something without giving everything of me, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna show you something. So if I'm willing to do that, then why can I get the same man? I said that. I know, girl.
Hey, start your engines, fellas. A day. Go ahead, Courtney. What are you about to say?
I'm not mad at my friend. You know why I'm not mad at my friend? Because my friend knows her worth.
I can't even sneeze wrong in here. Oh boy. Oh,
I'm not mad at my friend.
That day comment, guys.
Oh, the comments are coming in.
Rapid fire. Told you.
My friend said you got 24 hours to tell me what you got.
Okay, because friend, you and I speak about this a lot. How many times have we seen red flags?
Okay,
on that first day.
I am so glad. I'm so glad. I was just about to ask. So, in that 24-hour period, what is a red flag that
we can name several
that you've experienced that makes you know, okay, this is
out of there. Because my friend got a clean house. She don't clean.
So let's hear some 24-hour red flags.
It'd be the simple lies. It's like I can tell if somebody's lying, especially about dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that you are lying within 5 minutes, and it'd be the smallest stuff. But I look at it like, okay, and if you are telling a small lie, that's going to turn into a big lie, and then a bigger lie, and I'm never going to trust you.
Sure.
In that 24 hours, I'm going to know if the job that you say that you have is really your job. Because and I'm gonna tell you how, because I'm a social worker. I research a lot. I research a lot. And so I'm going to look up your name. I'm going to look up everything. Like I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna call Courtney, and Courtney's gonna help me. And so I am going to do all of that. If I ask you, like, if you have your own place and you stutter about it, you
And let me tell y'all something.
But what if I'm stuttering?
You hold on 1 minute.
What if I'm stuttering because I got the garage attached to my
No.
I said hold on a minute. Let me tell y'all something.
I got the garage attached to my app. My app glitched. You said background check.
Yeah, I do a background check. It's not a game.
It's not a game. And again, it's about where you are in life. You know, what you've established. If you've established, and let me tell y'all something, but this was my point that I was about to say. What we do on this podcast, and that's whether it's a woman or a man, I don't care if it's a cat, dog. We give everybody the space to feel how they feel. We don't take away from that. 100%. You know what I'm saying? If my friend said a day, and guess what? It's 24 hours. If you don't agree, and that's your business. But what we're not going to do is and try to make her feel bad because she said a day. If yours is 30 days and then yours is 30. Let me tell you something. I turn into a real beast about mine. So tread lightly and please understand me.
Oh, Frank, I get it, man.
Shut up, Mel. Shut up.
Oh, don't.
It's still a day.
Don't let
take your head.
Don't let the people in the comments cause you the budge off your boundary. If 24 hours is your boundary, then that's your boundary. I mean, Courtney just said it 5 minutes ago. 30 and up, we ain't playing no more.
We on a different wavelength. We are, and she has a right to say whether she could have said 12 hours. That's her right to say that if that's how she feels. And if you don't like that, she probably don't like you, and she wouldn't want you to know how.
And I didn't hear you. And I didn't hear you earlier. Did you say you had?
This is what I say. All right,
you had kids too, right?
Because I've.
Oh yeah. 24 hours. Yeah.
But I say a day because I've literally set and gave a man 3 years.
I'm saying it's 24 hours for a reason.
It's 24 hours for a reason. So I'm not trying to be tough on nobody, but I've literally sat in rooms to where I was not happy, waiting for somebody to show me who they are. Not doing that no more.
Absolutely.
I'm not going. Nah, I'm not moving like that. And then I'm not doing this. I'll give you a day because I'd be darned if I'm going to be someone's special friend in their funeral program when they pass away.
I was a special friend one time.
Special friend is somebody a bitch work. I waited 3
about to mess around and get the piece.
I don't play. I don't. And I just feel like, you know, we should all it's plenty of stuff that I don't agree with, you know what I'm saying? But I would never take away or make a person feel like, you know, we all have the space to feel how we feel and to set our own boundaries and non-negotiables. So that's what this podcast is about. You know what I'm saying? We don't look down on folks.
With the quickness.
Because y'all know I say it. Y'all know I say it.
She didn't even drop the niggas yet. This whole podcast.
I ain't dropped it because I've been trying to be good. But about
God's doing the work in you in 2026. Let him keep doing the work in you. Like you have not dropped it. So Melanie said 24 hours. 24 hours. Right. Courtney.
I want to make a point.
Can I say real quick?
Yes.
So I don't think I did this, but if I made you feel like that was like crazy or anything like that, I apologize. That wasn't my intention.
Oh no, this is not gonna make me poop any differently in my
time. We haven't heard that before.
I just want to make sure I didn't.
Oh no. And it's not y'all. I see the comments. I was just
yeah.
Because it's still a day.
No, absolutely. As it should be.
Yeah, I've learned something new today that some people really have 24 hours or No, I wasn't saying that to be funny. I was just saying like I never heard that before. But I mean, for someone in your position, I can truly understand why you said what you said, and I respect that. I really do.
Oh no, if a man start fumbling on his words when you ask him if he's still involved with his baby mama, and I mean that kind of lets you know everything you need to know.
Yeah, that's deception for sure. Courtney,
what were you about to say, Courtney?
All right, I'm gonna give y'all something realistic, but then I'm also gonna say something that's gonna make y'all understand what Mel just said and why she chose 24 hours. Okay. Realistically for me,
my brother Jay, what's up, man?
Realistically for me, I'm going to give a person 90 days to show me, to get past potential.
Facts.
90 days. Now, I'm going to tell you why I support Mel and what she said about a day. Watch this. Follow me. I'm about to preach. Y'all get your notes. If you're a note taker, I want you to pull out your pads. Do y'all know how it is when we are...
I knew he was about to go.
Do y'all know, like we all have iPhones, right? If you got an Android, you need to grow up.
Oh my God.
We all got iPhones, right?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Get saved. Be set free in your mind today. Go get your
No, not the black book. No, not the. Oh yeah, the
no,
yeah.
This is gonna bless you for real. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna bless you. Y'all know how when we download a certain app, right? Sometimes it calls for a subscription.
I love you, Diz.
Yes.
All right. Sometimes it calls for a subscription. There are times when you get a 60-day free trial. There are times when you get a 30-day free trial.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some apps that'll give you a 7-day free trial. And then there are some apps that'll give you a 3-day free trial. Y'all following me?
Yes.
Following.
Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. I'm about to preach and get out of here.
I'm walking.
The apps that only give you a 3-day or 7-day free trial, they are so confident that what they are giving or what they are selling is worth the amount for you to invest in, that they're not going to give you too much. They only give you 3 days to make up your mind. You either want it or you don't. So you got 3 days to decide. I'm going to spend my money on this and continue to go with the product, or that product doesn't serve me and I don't need it. Does it diminish their worth? You decide either you ain't got the money to do it or you just don't want to do it. Them folks don't care nothing about that. They're going to take their product and they going on to the next person. Y'all follow? Y'all see where I'm trying to go with this?
Yeah.
So,
because somebody's going to buy it.
Somebody's going to buy it.
I'm with you.
Somebody's going to think, oh, this app is worth the investment. So if I'm going to give you 3 days of me to show you what I'm going to bring to the table. And 3 days is all I got. After that, you either realize it's worth I sure am, because that's my example. Yes, I am.
That's right,
yes,
friend.
I am.
All
yes,
of
I
them.
am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am. I am. Because it's not about comparing the app to a relationship. It's the concept. It's the principle. And if you think about it, it makes sense and it applies.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah.
Whether it's 60 days, 90 days, whatever the case may be. And again, I said 90 days for me. You know what I'm saying? That's, to me, if a person don't show you something in 3 months, chances are you're not gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think 3 months is an adequate time to, 1, get to know somebody, 2, you kind of get out of the cupcake phase, what I like to call it, where at some point you have seen them, outside of just that happy element. At some point in 90 days, you've had a disagreement about something. So you're able to see how they respond to conflict. Do they run? Do they fight you? I do. I feel like 90 days gives you time to see whether a person is going to be consistent in something or not, 90 days. To me, that's a good trial run. A good trial run. But I also still feel like even within those 90 days, you should have some boundaries set forth so that, because like you said, and which it made perfect sense, and I do agree with you. I done fell short of it. Let me be clear, because see, I like to be transparent about mine. I tell on me, it ain't a nigga out here that can say, God dang it, I almost
I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen.
We got her.
I'm sorry, y'all.
We got her.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.
You got triggered.
God dang it, Nate. You almost did it, Nate.
And there it is.
God dang, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I almost had it. My point
Don't
is,
relapse. Don't relapse.
My point is, it's nobody out here. Can't nobody tell on me, but like I can. You know what I'm saying? So I like to be honest and transparent because I feel like honesty and transparency helps other people. You know what I'm saying? There is nobody who could tell my story like I can. So I have fallen short. You know what I'm saying? With not. Sometimes I'll set a boundary, but I won't enforce it. Right. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's critical in that 90-day period for me to not only set boundaries, but you got to maintain it. You got to enforce them. So that way, at the end of the 90 days, right, if that person decides, or if you decide, because it's a two-way street, you get a say so in the matter too. You might decide, hey, this don't serve me. And if you decide that, you got the same right to walk away or to decline, going any further. So I think at the end of the 90 days, if you set boundaries and enforce them, that is the perfect indicator of whether you can build and grow with that person or not. If you can, that is a beautiful thing. Take it and run. Take it and run with it. It's not going to be perfect, but if you feel like this person is worth it, run. Go for it. But if you see the flags in them 90 days and you know those flags go against what you stand for, if it goes against your non-negotiables, if it goes against or makes you feel, less than your worth is diminishing, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. So 90 days for me, y'all. That's my final answer.
That was great explanation from the both of you.
And one more thing, y'all, because I do want to say this. I'm passionate. I'm very passionate. So if y'all hear me and pop off, I'm not angry at nobody or nothing like that. But I am a woman. I stand on what I say. And I don't care. Nobody's opinion not gonna make me fold or bend or change my mind. If I said it, I mean it. And I'm not changing it. So I just want to put that out there for anybody who knew and hearing me for the first time. I'm just passionate. You know what I'm saying? And I would want you to be equally as passionate about whatever your stance and position is. I'm not going to take your head off about it. We bring it to the table, we talk about it, and we move on. You know what I'm saying? So don't take my passion for, because a nigga love to say, God dang it, I tried.
She's a work in progress, bro.
She's a work friend.
People like to say that we are angry Black women. That's what I was about to.
That's never. I know Don, Nate, and I don't feel that way. I think the majority of the people that tune in for the Kings Cort podcast I don't think they feel that way either.
But I know that it's a notion out there. People love to be like, oh, that's angry Black woman. No, we're not angry. We're tired. No, we're not angry. We're passionate. No, we're not angry. We just mean what we say. We stand on business.
I mean, there are some angry Black women out here. I'm not
gonna. 100%.
Yeah, they just.
We just think it's funny when Courtney gets passionate. That's all.
Yeah.
It's
because in the midst of her,
know how to push my buttons too.
In the midst of her cooking, she's gonna add a little bit, a little bit of paprika, paprika, and pepper, just a little drizzle.
And listen, y'all, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. Because guess what? Somebody gonna invest in me one day.
Yeah. And one day.
I ain't get enough amens on that. Y'all didn't say that.
One day.
Amen.
One day. Yeah.
One day.
One day. So you're part of the one day crew too, huh? One day.
Somebody gonna invest in me one day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. And when that day comes, I'll be happy.
Well, speaking of investment, because it was so nice hearing, the ones who are, trying to find some good stuff in this pool. As a person who is invested, I hear what y'all saying about, man got to do 100, 50-50. In marriage, it's 100 both ways. It truly is. Because the Bible says the man must leave his mother and father, cleave to his wife. So you're becoming one. There's no more my money, my side of the bed, your side of the bed, my car, your car. It's both our cars. You know, it's 100 both ways. If it's not 100 both ways, then how else is the marriage going to prosper? Both spouses have to give 100%. There was a comment that I seen from Desiree. Let me see. She said, "Good morning, y'all. Happy Saturday. I don't believe in 50-50. Both spouses need to be willing to give 100% themselves, whether it's financially, emotionally, spiritually, communicate expectations, and know what your non-negotiables are. Any beautiful partnership / marriage is not found. It is built brick by brick into a solid foundation. Marriages work and is worth it. With the two willing people, every season in marriage will look different and it will take a different approach. Being able to, I can't read the rest of that. But
That's good. I
I
agree.
agree with that. I
Absolutely.
totally agree with that 100%. Marriage is about sacrifice. If you're not a person who believes in sacrifice, believes in being selfless, believes in being humble, then marriage is not for you. And I think that so many people get into marriages, but with a single mindset, thinking that, oh, I get to keep all my stuff. My stuff is my stuff. Marriage don't work that way.
It don't.
Um, it does not work that way. If you're not one financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, then you don't even need to get married then. You should just stay
Yeah.
single, and um that's been a misperception about marriages. They feel, men feel like, oh, some men, let me paraphrase that. Some men feel like when they get married, they can't do certain things. They can't go certain places. They on the ball and chain. Um, oh, my wife she needs to know everywhere I am 24/7. Like, that's a part of marriage. I don't believe in, as a married person, I don't have a ball and chain type mindset. You know, I just I try to think about, before I do something or say something, I think about how that will hurt Jennifer. I think about how that would affect her. And coming from that mindset, it will um have me think about the things that I'm going to do or say the things I'm going to say before I
Can I
do
ask
it.
you a question?
Go
Did you
ahead.
do that before you got married to her? Like when y'all were dating, like did you consider her um before, or did that happen once you got married?
In what way?
Like you just said, I think about things like how it's going to affect her, like, did you do that prior to marriage, or did you do it once you got married, or did it enhance once you got married? Like maybe you gave it some thought but maybe not as much thought when you were not married, versus once you got married then it became more like, I was just wondering what that looked like for you.
I believe it came more enhanced as we got closer to each other. I would admit that at first, those thoughts didn't hit my mind as often because, even though we were in a relationship, there was still, I believe that as long as you're in a relationship, you're still single. You're single until you get married. That's my standpoint. So those thoughts wasn't there as often as they are now, but as we grew closer together, those thoughts enhanced because
Okay,
I knew at that point, okay, I'm not by myself anymore. I have another person that I have to be mindful of.
I
So
got
yeah.
and I do want to say something which may soften up, my position a little bit. When it comes to 50-50, I got two different mindsets when it comes to dating and then when it comes to marriage. So hearing you, expound as a married person, And then me coming from, you know, I was married before and my marriage did not work out. I do hope to be married again one day. I think so anyway. But going into, or if God blesses me to be married again, what I will say is this: 50-50 in a marriage. I think, like the young lady said, it's more than just finances, but I'm willing to do more in a marriage than I am to do in a relationship. And I don't know if that makes me bad per se, but I do want to say, if I were married to a man and life happened, because life is going to happen to all of us at some point. If something happened, baby, you better believe I'm gonna stand 10 toes down behind my husband. And if I got to pay 100% everything until he get back up, that's what I'm gonna do. So I just wanted to and put that on the record, because I don't want to make it seem like, you know, oh, well, she just wants somebody to. No, a marriage is it's a contract for real.
It's a different
And
parameter.
you are life partners for real. And so your man might not always be up. Your man something might happen. Your wife might not always be up. Something might happen. But as a woman with a husband, he chose me. And so that means that in times of difficulty, you know, I'm going to choose him every day, and I'm going to make sure that our household is straight. So, you know, I just wanted to put that. And Mel, I don't know how you feel about in that, but you know, for me, I just, you know, it's different for me when you're talking about dating versus when you're talking about marriage.
I feel the same way. I mean, I've never been married, so I really can't speak on it. But I do know that I will sacrifice much more in a marriage, I will say.
Do y'all think it should be different, guys, or do y'all feel like it's just across the board, same playing field?
No, I think there definitely is, it's levels for sure, and I think you have to, and it comes with like a stat. Oh, can y'all hear that, or was that?
It's my laptop.
Oh, okay.
It's the grand rise. It's the grand rising text.
those texts flowing through, but no, there has to be a difference. I think this is where it comes with like setting boundaries within your relationship and kind of understanding, like, here's where we are. As long as this is just a relationship and we're focused on moving towards the common goal of eventually being married, if that's what you both have agreed to, versus what it would actually be. There has to be something at the end of the road, like something that you're kind of working towards. Like, because again, if you're already getting all the benefits of a marriage and a relationship, some people think this way. It's like, why
buy the cow when
we're good? Yeah, we're good. We're good as we are.
I don't
need to marry you. Like, I'm already getting everything I need from this relationship. So why would I put the ring on your finger? And it's not everybody feels that way, but there are people who feel like that. So I feel like you have to be careful in choosing your partner and just making sure that y'all are aligned, you know, as far as that vision goes.
I got to ask y'all something, and I want to ask each of you. Don, let me save you for last because you married. I don't want to.
Sure. Well,
I might not even ask you. And have you ever been in a relationship where it was 50-50?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a relationship where it was not 50-50?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Which one did you prefer? Which one was better and why?
I don't know. I feel like there were kind of give and takes in both, like positives and negatives in both. So, and it didn't really have anything to do with like the financial like part of it. I wasn't necessarily any happier just because I was only doing 50% versus doing 100% or whatever. You know, I think honestly, it just kind of comes down to making sure you're on the same page, you know, with that person from the beginning. And I think that enough people aren't really doing that. They're just kind of going with the flow. So many people, they're just like, either they don't want to step on the other person's toes. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to rock the boat. Maybe they're like kind of like in the honeymoon period, and they just they think it'll always feel that way, and it's not always going to feel that way, guaranteed. So yeah, there really wasn't a difference whether I was, doing 50-50 or, doing more than 50%. It didn't, that didn't really have
Okay. Don, I don't want you to answer this. I don't want you to partake that, but I do want a guy in the comments. I want to know if you've experienced both, which one was better and why. Male, as a woman, have you ever been in a relationship where it was 50-50?
No.
Have you ever been in a relationship where it was 100%?
On my end, yes, but not for
On
the.
your end, yes, but not from a man. Okay.
Mhm.
So you really can't gauge. You really can't answer me because you've never experienced. So the only thing that I want to say to you is that you deserve to experience that.
Mhm.
And you're gonna get it.
Thank you. Totally
You just
agree.
experience it. And when I said the 50-50 and 100, did you mean from your end or the other person's end?
Oh, I've never been in a situation where she was doing 100%. That was
Was doing 100%. Okay.
never.
So okay. Got you. So we'll stop to answer the question real quick. What sacrifice? What is sacrifice? I mean, for me, sacrifice is I want to do something, but because I know what it might cost my partner or what it might cost the person I love, I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna give it up. That's what it is for me. What y'all think?
I would say getting out of my comfort zone. That's a
Yeah,
sacrifice.
it's compromise.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, like, I really value, like, I don't know, just because I'm an only child or what, but I really value having my own space. So to have other people in that space and me having to cater to, to that person, it, just kind of it takes a lot, So
For me, sacrifice is missing Game 5 of the 2020 NBA Finals to cuddle with my wife.
sacrifices.
I mean, that's the only example I can give, but
I know
I
Nate
mean,
ears are bleeding right now. I know
yeah.
his ears are bleeding. He's like, no.
There are, I'm telling you, that's why I say marriage is not for the weak, because there are going to be moments where you're going to have to sacrifice some things that you really like for the betterment of your spouse, not just for your spouse, but for your marriage, and not have a mentality of being resentful. Um, I found myself in those areas at some points in our marriage, where I found myself getting to that area of resentment, and I had to really take that thing to God. And I was like, God, you know how I'm feeling right now, but okay, you said um this is my wife. So for the betterment of her and for the betterment of myself and the betterment of marriage, I'm gonna give this up, because I know if I keep this, it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
So in order for the health of the marriage to maintain itself, I had to give that. I have to give up certain things. So sacrifice isn't easy. It's not easy, but if you really love who you have and who you're married to and the marriage as a whole, um, it gets easy.
And I think,
Selfishness it should not exist in a marriage. If selfishness exists in a marriage, it's likely that it's not going to work. I say that as somebody who had a failed marriage, and I talk about this a lot, and it's unpopular, but again, like, I'm just a person that believes in honesty and transparency. I was a very selfish person in my marriage, and that was a big reason why it didn't ultimately work out. I own that. I have done the work in my life to become a better person, so that if God blesses me again, I know what to do next time. It's not something that I'm proud of, but it is something that I take pride in being able to share with other people, so that y'all don't make the same mistake that I did. And
yeah,
so I agree with everything you said, Diane. I just feel like when it comes to, again, marriage now, y'all, we talking about marriage. We're not talking about that's my girlfriend, my boyfriend. No, I'm talking about marriage. It's a different ball game. It's just completely separate than just an ordinary, relationship. A marriage is before God. You promised God something. You promised God something, and you promised each other something.
You
And
made a
so,
covenant. You made a
yeah,
covenant.
yeah.
And many people, and I think that's what Many people in society tend to miss is that marriage ain't just a piece of paper.
Mhm.
It ain't, those vows ain't just something that you read and just forget about them. No, those vows are going to be they're going to be tested throughout your marriage, through sickness and in health. I've been through that. I had COVID, 5 days in the hospital crying. I'm talking about all the symptoms, every last one of them, like sickness and health, for better or for worse. I tore my meniscus. Was out of a job in 4 months, only getting paid short term, long term disability. My wife had to hold it down for us. Um, through to death do us part. Those vows are going to get tested in marriage. That commitment that you made to God on that altar. And many people think that just getting to the altar, that's when the story ends. No, your story begins
Mhm.
afterwards,
Yeah.
after the
Yeah.
wedding. That's when the work begins. You think it's something going to Men's Warehouse, picking up tuxes, going to the Davis Bridal, whatever you get your wedding dress. You think that's work. Wait till afterwards. That's when
Yeah.
the real work begins. And it's continuous work until death.
Right.
Until death.
And as scary as that sounds, y'all, I want to promote marriage. I want to promote it. Yes, it's hard work. Yes, it's tough times. Yes, there are vows you have to uphold. But the reason why I want to promote marriage is because guess what, y'all? We out here doing it anyway. What you mean, Courtney? When you lay down with that person,
Yep.
you just became married to them. You just didn't
Yep.
stand up before a minister or a pastor.
Soul tie.
But when you
Soul
give your
tie.
body to somebody, men and
Mhm.
women, when you lay down with that man, when you lay down with that woman, you just got married. You just got married. That's your Bible.
Yeah.
Two people become one. You are intertwined. And that's like when what was the story? And y'all know I ain't no Bible scholar, but I know a little something. It's like the woman at the well when Jesus came up and said, "Go get your husband," and she said, "I'm not married." He said, "Well, actually, you are, and you done had seven, and the one you with now ain't yours neither." But yeah, so when we're doing it anyway, so you might as well if you find that person, y'all, and men and women, if you got that person that's putting in that effort and you make it past that 90 mark with no red flags, and this is somebody you could see yourself doing life with, I promote marriage. I promote it. Like, do it. Why
And
just be out here the rest of your life, you know, unco- I don't want it is what it is. Uncommitted, you know what I'm saying? And just out here just floating when you can have your life partner and work with that one person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that we don't honor and value marriage no more like we used to.
Oh no,
We
not at
and
definitely
all.
don't do it like our mamas and them and our grandmas
and
and them and our
and
grand.
get premarital counseling. It is very important. Do not just get married without having premarital counseling. I'm telling you, it did wonders for me and my wife. It'll do wonders for y'all. For those who are desiring to get married, get premarital counseling. And if y'all looking for some counselors, this woman right here and her husband, they're the
Okay, because
best.
we love a good therapist.
They're
Mhm.
they're the best. They are the best. And the one thing I love about them is they're going to give you advice from a
Put
spiritual
her back up on the
standpoint
screen so people
right
can see
here.
for
Yep.
anybody who wants to
They have
contact Miss
they have a
Desiree.
when I tell you they have a wonderful marriage counseling ministry, they have an awesome marriage ministry. Um, they're gonna give it to you straight. They're gonna be unbiased. They're not gonna lean one side or the other. The only side they're gonna lean on is the truth, and they're gonna give you that from a biblical standpoint. So for those who are desiring to get married, I would recommend Desiree and her husband Ricardo as to counsel y'all. So yeah, I would recommend y'all getting premarital counseling because that's that'll help build that foundation um to marriage. Is very important.
So y'all, I got one more question, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Um, I want all of us to answer, and let's hear some of the comments. What are the top three things that you would say
Very
in
very hard.
what are the top three things as far as what a person contributes to the relationship, that should be 50-50 if you agree that it should go 50-50. Or if you don't agree in 50-50, give me your percentages as to what you feel like a person should contribute. Like, what's the top 3 areas? So for me, just to give y'all an example of what I'm saying, I feel like financially, there should be a financial contribution. I feel like there should be emotional contribution.
Yeah.
And I feel like there should be spiritual contribution. Now, financially, I could say 100%, or I can do 50-50. I'm okay with either. It really doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me because, like I said, I've worked my whole life and I've taken care of myself and my daughter now for the last so many years. So I'm okay with doing a 50-50 split when it comes to financially. Or if my man say, I don't want you to have to worry about nothing, you can work if you want to, but I'm going to take care of the household bills, and then you just take, baby, find me, call me. If you out there, call me.
The cell plug
You
is
can
crazy.
even say Grand Rising. I'll take
get your Grand Rising.
No, don't.
You can even say Grand Rising. I'll
So
take it.
this is what has come to. Now you went to
God.
horizons. Wow.
No, so if you want to do 100%, I'm okay with that. If you want to do 50-50, I want a partner, business partner, life partner. So I don't mind contributing to our household. I don't. So that's financially. Emotionally, y'all, this is a big one. That should be 50-50. At no time should I be giving 90 and you giving 10. At no time should you be giving 80 and I be giving 20. At no point should one person be giving more than the other when it comes to emotionally giving. That is a 50-50 balance, that both partners should equally be contributing to a relationship and should be equally contributing to a marriage. An emotionally stable connection is very critical, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So that's my second one. And then last one, spiritually, I think that should always be 50-50. Now, let me say, there are times when you can hook up with somebody and they're not where you are spiritually, right? But the goal is to bring them to where you are spiritually. So that by the end of that thing, by the time we get to marriage, then we're at that 50-50 level. I need you to pray and lift me just as hard as I pray for you and I lift you, So to me, financially, emotionally, spiritually, those are my 3. Mel, what you got?
And I'm glad before Mel goes, I'm so glad you spoke on that spiritual contribution, because many times, and I've as I've seen this myself, that because a person, or the spouse isn't at the level to where they think that they're not pushing into God as hard as they should. And I completely disagree with that, because God uses us in different ways. Just because we're one does not mean that God has the same assignment for us. My assignment is different from your assignment. The trajectory in which you go into God is not going to be my trajectory. The timing in which you elevate in God is not going to be my timing, because God has a purpose and a plan for all of us. And so it's crucial to not beat the other person down because they're not progressing as much or as fast as you think they should. No, just like you give the Lord time to deal with you, give the Lord time to deal with them as well, because he knows you more than you know that person. So I just wanted to add that in there before Mel goes.
That's true.
Yeah. I will put spiritually first. Just being a person that has never had God centered in a relationship or any of that definitely has to be top tier for me and my partner. Then next, mentally, I feel like us as a culture, we don't really take our mental serious. And I feel like, and if I'm down and my partner is up, help me mentally and to get back up. And that's the same as I'm going to do with him. and that's a big thing with me as well. Like, being a social worker, like, that's all I speak about. Like, mental health, mental health, mental health. And if I'm not practicing it, how can I preach it?
Yeah.
So, that part. And the money aspect. Um my husband, my
That's
future,
important too, though. That's important.
yeah, my future husband. It really doesn't matter whether it's 50-50 or he's doing it all. It doesn't matter, because again, as I stated in the beginning, life happens. And one day I may wake up and not have a job, and the same for him. And we have to come together as one, because that's what we are, as one. So, and if I had to pick up that slack, I would do it proudly, happily. And if he has to do it, fine. But if he want to pay all the bills and my paycheck could just be play money, saddle up. I'm okay.
Just
I'm
all of just all of that right there is the
I'm okay. But yeah, that's my take.
and let me tell you something before Ant goes. Let me tell you something, Lamar. Um, I pray that out of that situation, you did not allow that to um cause you to not trust in God as you did before.
Right.
Because oftentimes when those experiences happen, um, it will cause you to lose faith. It will cause you to question who God called you to be and the purpose that He put on the inside of you. Um, that person who did that to you, they did not have a right to put that type of label on you.
No.
At all. They're not your Lord, they're not your Savior. Jesus is. And so at the end of the day, um, you just have to be confident in who you are and who God told you to be, and what He told you to do. And um just follow His lead. Follow His lead. And if there is some type of resentment there or hurt there, um just make sure that you've done the necessary things to get healed from that. So, um, yeah,
And before you go, I want to piggyback on what Don just said. Um,
come on.
yeah, come on. I also want to say I want to speak to the Christians for a second. Cause it's us that we are so goddamn we know what the Bible say about being judgmental, and yet we the most judgmental creation
Come on.
on the planet,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you for
Come
saying.
So
on.
I want to speak to the
Thank
Christians for a minute. Y'all know what I did with a guy that I was seeing, and not even just with the guy that I was seeing, but I've started to do it with my friends. Mel will tell you we do it every day. You have to encourage people. You can't have an expectation that somebody's gonna just blink and be where you are spiritually. You know what me and that man did, and it was my favorite part about our friendship. We read the Bible together. We read together. We set aside time and we read together. He didn't always understand. I didn't always understand, but we would read and then we would talk about it. Um, we send scriptures every day. Me and Mel, we do that to each other, and I've started sending scriptures to my friends too. Why? Because our whole purpose is to educate about the goodness of God, not to judge somebody based on their lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying, or their lack of being where we are spiritually. So our job is to lead the people to God and let God do the rest.
Come on.
So
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Lamar, that you experienced the ugly end of that. But there are people out here that will hold your hand and lead you to Christ. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that, but yeah, 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 yeah. I
So
And that I'm gonna let you go, and that definitely we gonna have to add that to the episode for sure.
for sure.
Because that concept needs to be broken. That's held Christianity back for years, is that, oh, you gotta go up, you gotta be where I'm at. And it's like it's not about that. We got to give
No.
people. We have to give people time. But let me get off of that because I go into a whole tangent. Go ahead, Ant.
Oh no, you're
Top.
good. Yeah, so I would group spiritually and mentally together, and like y'all said, I think it has to be 50-50 there. It can't really be in order for the relationship to run effectively. It has to be that way. I would say effort on both parties as far as just making sure that everything at home is okay, and that doesn't just include financially. I'm just talking about just responsibilities altogether as far as making sure your home is good. I'd say that needs to be 50-50 as well. And it can't be, you know, just the woman kind of doing like cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, all that stuff, and then you're really not participating. You have to be willing to pitch in on that as well in order for things to run smoothly. And then lastly, for me, financially, for me, it's the least important, but I guess I would say like 90-10, 80-20, somewhere around there. I just need to know that you're pitching in, and yeah.
Okay. All right, Don, what you got?
I mean, it's the same as everybody has stated. One for me foremost is the spiritual. Because I believe if you don't have Jesus at the center, it's not gonna last anyway. It may seem like it'll last for a moment. It may look like it's good in the moment, but without that solid foundation in Jesus and his biblical principles on relationships and marriages, I don't think that the relationship will last. Well, let me not say it won't last. It won't be fruitful. Let me say that part. So, one for me is the spiritual aspect. Two, is the emotional aspect. I understand that I have to be mindful of uh my spouse's feelings. It would be nice though to have that reciprocated, of course. I feel like that needs to be reciprocated on both sides. I ain't need to get my percentage on spiritual aspect, 100%, 110% on the spiritual aspect. Emotional aspect, 100%. It has to be on both sides, because just like I think that some women go through things, men go through things as well, so the emotional aspect has to be 100%. um let's see, financial household duties on yeah, household contributions has to be 100% on both sides. Like Desiree said earlier, there is no 50-50 in marriages, it's only 100-100. So um not saying that money is the most important thing at the end of the day, it's still a viable aspect to any relationship, whether it be just dating, marriage, single, whatever. um that contribution has to be there. So yeah, spiritual first, emotional second, and then financial third.
Okay, cool. Well, y'all heard it from the people. The people have spoken. They gave you their viewpoints. So, I mean, just to recap, so it sounds like everybody's in agreement that financial is a part of it. Spiritually, it's a part of it. Emotionally, mentally, effort, it's all a part of it. But for the most part, it sounds like collectively everybody's just saying that, 50, whether it's 50-50 or whether it's 100%, it literally just depends on the person. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. Would y'all agree?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't hear sexually. I didn't hear that.
Dang, I forgot about that,
Yeah.
y'all.
I was just trying to watch what I said because it's family.
No, because it's so. I mean, I get it. It's three, so you're putting like the top three.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
top
yeah. I
three.
just said top three, so it's not that
Because
sexually
no, no, because at the end of like, I'm saying that I wasn't saying that for it to be a bad thing, or is I just think that for some people sexually is like it's got to be up there.
No, for sure. Yeah.
If the sex ain't good, then we ain't got like no, like sex is not that
well, I mean, I
important.
think sex should be 50-50 anyway, because I mean, and who putting in 100% and somebody else putting in zero? Baby, you
That's
can leave me where I said, leave me. Don't I?
I
Who?
mean, it happens.
That's a story. Hey, that's another conversation. Like
that's another
that's worth
conversation.
an entire. Yeah, that's worth.
We're not even gonna crack that open. We'll add that on.
Like, can you at least not put on the moo or like something?
Hold on now. Hold on a minute.
Hey, keep the moo on.
Be disrespectful to the moo.
Keep the moo on for me. But I think
I know that's right, Aunt.
I think that.
I know that's right.
I think
until I take it off. I mean, yeah, sure.
I think there's a real conversation to have about how the
yes, it is a whole show
dynamics change after marriage, because that's a really big thing. Like people talk about how like during the relationship it was all good, and then after you put the ring on and you actually take the vows, then
save that. We're gonna do a show that's called Let's Talk About Sex. Y'all want that one next month instead? We'll do a Let's Talk About Sex show, because that's a whole.
Because some of y'all think that this got to be a Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier type. Nah, no.
That's a fun topic.
We done talked about everything we needed to talk about today. We're gonna put a pin in this.
Yeah, we're gonna put a pin in that one. We're gonna bring that next.
We're gonna bring it back, y'all. We're gonna bring
that back. Yes.
Well, y'all, it's been a phenomenal show. I had a great time. Shout out to my best friend for being on the show with us.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you. I feel like let me tell y'all something. What I love about a show, I love when we can have differences of opinion. I love the challenge, so I don't want anybody to ever feel like you can't disagree. Or we love that around here. We love the challenge. We can agree to disagree, but we always do it respectfully. Amen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
Please always feel free to comment, whatever. As long as it's respectful, we love a good challenge around here. So please bring it back for next show, which sounds like we might be talking about a little sex action next time. Put the kids up. We can't have the kids around. This one will not be family friendly. I'm telling y'all now.
No.
Listen, if you a holy roller, if you super saved and you can't talk about that, don't tune in to this next one. We're gonna break down a good conversation about sex. This is gonna be interesting. We might have to bring you back for this one, friend.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
But
now people gonna shout me. I'm trying to be cool on the first one.
Well, y'all already know how you can find me on social media. You can find, I've been taking a little break, but y'all can still follow me. You can find me on TikTok at Coffee with Courtney. Got some good episodes coming up with my podcast, so y'all be listening out for that. I'm gonna give everybody else a chance to tell you how you can find them as well.
Oh, for me, it's just Playoff Mode Tone on Twitter. Feel free to follow if you want.
For me, it's just Melanie 2_ first. That's on TikTok and IG.
For me, of course, Dontario Moore on Facebook, Done the Kingpin on Twitter. Hit me up. Don't come in there with no craziness. Keep it classy.
That's a married man, y'all. Leave him alone. That's what he's trying to tell y'all. That's a married man. Leave him alone.
Watch your mouth and watch your step.
Exactly. Watch your mouth. Be respectful. But it's real good being back, in here with the crew. Thanks again, Melanie, for joining us. You are welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime. You're welcome back anytime.
I'm back to that sex episode.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have you in. Oh yeah.
I'll be here.
But y'all know, thank y'all again for tuning in. We can't wait to see y'all next month. We will drop the flyer as soon as we get it done. And y'all mark your calendars and get back in here for the Kings Cort podcast. So we will see y'all next month. Bye.
Bye.
Say that for next month, Des. Lit.